I hear clicks.
Click.
Okay, finally I can talk again. Hello.
Hello.
So, 10 minutes into the stream, everyone.
Hi.
As you can see, we're still working on the, Ghoul comic for my original story, Phantom of the Forest. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna be working on for the rest of the stream. You know, funny thing, I was a little worried that we weren't gonna be able to stream tonight because earlier today, I think around 4, maybe a little late during 3 p.m., there was a power surge in my house. The only thing it really did was knock out my internet, but yeah, for a little bit, there was like a split second, there was no power running through, and I was like, oh crap. But no, everything was fine a few seconds later, and I mean a few seconds. It really didn't take any time at all to fix. All the better. Because we still have quite a lot of work to get through. So we were focusing on getting the flat colors started in the last stream. So here I'm gonna see if I can finish them off, and then we can move on to the backgrounds, and then possibly we'll get to shading later down the road. So yeah, fortunately most of these guys are in this one panel, so
That is a good.
just let me double check something. Okay, everything's on the appropriate layer. I just wanted to be sure.
You're gonna shred some ghouls. Here you see the ghouls approaching Alex in the most careless ways possible.
I mean, they don't really have any real brain functions. It's just, they see a living thing, go kill it. If you're working off of zombie logic, then they're, just being compelled by the lower, part of their brains that requires feeding, so... I think it's a justified trope.
Yeah, they ain't smart.
Yeah. It's not that they're dumb, it's just that their brains literally don't work anymore. Because they're dead. while I'm doing this, I'm starting to feel like, Sundays aren't typically the best days for streaming. Usually because some people have their practices on, Sunday, like, church, things like that, and it's generally a day where, most people tend to have their reprieve, so I'm wondering if I should just push streams to Saturday, because next week I have another bit of experimentation going on, where, on the schedule it says that I will be streaming from, pretty much Thursday to Sunday, so that's 4 straight days, but I'm wondering if I should just take away Sundays, because it's been nothing but bad luck for me.
Yeah, because honestly, yeah, Sundays are typically like, yeah, they are like days of rest.
Yeah, so I should treat it as such. And the only reason I don't stream on any other day is because, well, that's usually when my parents are the most active at home, let's say. Band practice, mostly, since they're in a band. So yeah, you know what? I think after the stream, I'll take Sundays off.
Okay.
So last night, everyone, we, that is to say, my D&D group and I, including Brian, we had a bit of a meeting in terms of this, home one-shot that we're gonna run. Like I said, it is based off of, this story, but, I'm actually debating whether or not if we can, stream it, because my initial plan was to just do it, do it, off the record, but then I'm starting to think, wait a minute, then people, who just subscribed to me or just followed me, probably won't know that I'm big into D&D, so, maybe we should stream it. I don't know.
And I'll also say this. The last couple of times where, like, yeah, when you did used to stream the Abode on here, those actually garnered quite a bit of views.
Yeah, I mean, some of the views I think were mostly, the party members, just to make sure that it's running, but, D&D has its fans.
Yeah. If Critical Role's anything to go by.
Yeah. I mean, not that I can ever, hope to get to that level, but I'm not trying to. It's just a hobby that I like doing. And everyone else should give it a shot someday.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Heaton's been trying to get Doodles into D&D.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the server.
Yeah. Like, that's the primary reason why Doodles is in Heaton's server, so she can play D&D.
I mean, solid enough reason, I guess.
Yep. But then she made the mistake and realized, oh no, Doodles and Crafty are in a server together. They're gonna talk Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone hit the deck.
Be careful what you wish for. So the main thing I'd like to try with the Eclepia one-shot is, for one thing, incorporate Grim Hollow rules, because Grim Hollow is just an amazing book. You guys should definitely get it. The player's guide too. Because it introduces, like, variant mechanics like dazed, concentration, bleeding, but it also has different things like advanced weaponry, like black powder weapons or weapons that require a bit of movement to work. And then there's weapons that on your next attack roll you get advantage on your next attack, assuming you missed. And the subclasses, yeah, there's some pretty good stuff in there. I mean, and to me, there's also a couple that are just a little strange. Like, I'm not too big on the Living Crucible thing, but for the fighters, but for the bards, like the College of Adventures, not gonna lie, I'm a little curious about that one. Because, it's tailored to be the bard class that's really, sticking to the mantra, bards are the jack of all trades. So, it's, really taking it to the next level in terms of, that mantra, in the fact that you can... Hi, Malik. Welcome. Yeah, actually, that being said, glad that you're here, so I can tell you this. I was thinking, considering how it usually goes, I'm thinking of skipping Sunday streams and just sticking them to Fridays instead. Because
Fridays and Saturdays?
so it'll just be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for stream days. Sundays also just never been good luck for me, so it's just another thing to refine. But yeah, we were just talking about D&D stuff. I was talking about how awesome Grim Hollow is and that you should totally get it. It's a 5th edition module campaign setting and player's guide and monster manual that takes place in this realm called Etheris, and it's perfect for running dark fantasy campaigns. That's not bad. I'm off Fridays and Saturdays, and Thursdays wouldn't be problematic. Okay, yeah, so, it would be a good ballpark day then. I really ought to ask you guys, and you can spread this around on Twitter if you wish. That would be really helpful to me, for getting extra opinions. What days work for you guys the best? I want to say Thursday through Saturday, and then Sunday is just off limits, because, you know, it's, at least in America, universally the day of rest.
Yeah.
So it would be like I'm intruding on that day of rest. So I don't think I want to do that, so.
And God goes, what the fuck?
Heresy? On my green earth, it's more likely than you think. And then he smites me.
Yep. And this guy here, I hear he worships a goddess with green hair and not me. Smite him.
Parasite! He too shall know my wrath.
Only his attack fails because Palutena says no.
And you rolled a natural 20 on your dex save.
Yeah! Ha! Nice try, jackass! Next time, give it your A game!
Going back to D&D though, your character is going to be interesting. To say the least. So I have a race in Clepia known as, well, it's not really a race, it's more of like a series of advanced constructs called the androids, and they were part of this great dwarven city that fell to an earthquake. Hey, wait, we already played this. Silly. Force skip. I love the song, but variety, please. That'll do. Hang on. Oh, okay. I didn't color in their clothes yet. That fucked me up. Realm, I saw that clip of the match of Diddy Kong and Zelda. Shit really do be happening in Smash, don't it?
Okay. That I cried so much foul on that clip. I'm like, no, that's wrong.
So, what exactly happened?
So, Zelda was edge guarding this Diddy Kong like really hard, and then got Diddy into a frame trap where it went up, where they were covered high, which put them just in line for Zelda to go up, punish with an up air, and it got like the KO effect to be like, oh yeah, Zelda's gonna win the game. But then Zelda got hit by the barrel jetpack as it fell off Diddy, blew her up, and she launched away faster than Diddy and died before Diddy, despite the fact that Zelda was one that got like the finishing hit.
Zelda, no!
So yeah, Zelda got robbed.
Too right she did. Like, poor Zelda.
It's like, why is that a thing?
I mean, I know Smash Ultimate has the harshest punish game, but that is cruel.
That's not even a punish. That's just straight up getting robbed.
Protag, welcome. Bra moment number 137.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a bra moment.
Yeah, that's like, no, you didn't get outplayed. You got robbed.
Yeah, not even. It's more like, Zelda had the perfect win conditions, but then she got cherry tapped and died.
Man, what a great game, guys.
Now you know why I stopped playing it.
You fuck Diddy.
Yeah, fuck that monkey. That sounded more like a parrot, not gonna lie. Hey Diddy, how's that who he treating you?
It's who?
Hoo-ha? Is that what she said?
Yeah. Speaking of them gaming worlds, how good was Charizard actually?
Please, because that video is an hour long and I don't have time to watch it.
Okay, so like, I will say the funniest part of the video was just the first 2 minutes introducing Charizard. The guy was hyping up Charizard super hard of just like how popular that the said Pokemon is, and then we get to the first generation, the first words, unfortunately.
Good.
Yeah, it didn't get until Generation 6 is when the details got longer and longer.
Yeah. Yeah, the main thing is that, well, especially more nowadays, Charizard has, some tools at its disposal, but it's really not a very remarkable fire type.
Yeah. Well, like, back in Generation 4, there was a reason why no one was using Charizard, and that was because it didn't exactly, while its typing wasn't the greatest, the difference between it and Ho-Oh is that a Pokemon like Ho-Oh actually had the power to back up, using it despite Stealth Rocks being a thing. Charizard didn't.
Yeah. Not to mention, legendary, normal, just a regular starter Pokemon, not a hard act to follow.
Yeah. Well, the other interesting thing too is that they mentioned in Generation 3, Charizard actually was kind of decent at being an anti-Swampert Pokemon.
Oh, how dare it! Also, hi Crystal Star Girls, welcome.
Yeah. Yep. Primary thing that it had is Hidden Power Grass.
Yeah. Didn't Typhlosion have it as cover at some point too?
Yes.
Coverage.
Yeah, but that's also unfortunately a way you can tell some Pokemon just aren't as good as others when they have hidden power for type coverage.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why Typhlosion ended up not doing so well, because, yeah, it needed hidden power just for coverage.
Which, actually, speaking of Typhlosion, essentially, in terms of base stats, it's almost exactly the same as Charizard, except without the fire type, right?
Yeah.
I believe their stats are comparable.
Yes.
And as a recently converted Typhlosion fan, I find Typhlosion way better than Charizard.
Yeah. Well, luckily it's only pure fire, so it doesn't take 50 damage from Stealth Rock, so that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest problem with Typhlosion, it needs better coverage.
Yeah, like, it's more than equipped to do the job. It's just, limited move pool.
Yeah, limited move pool, and on top of that, its base stats also just aren't very passable for, like, nowadays with how much power creep has screwed so many over.
Yeah, power creep has just been a pervasive issue throughout competitive Pokemon in general.
Yeah. Yeah, like, we're at the point where base 142 speed is becoming a standard.
Shit.
So yeah, like it's like unless like you have like really high speed, you're either gonna have to run a choice scarf or you're gonna have to hopefully pray that you have a defensive niche. Which, hey, guess what? Typhlosion does not have.
Oh.
Can't you just train Pokemon that have better stats? Well, the thing is, you can. You can train many different Pokemon for different kind of roles, but the problem is, they can only do... I'm going to quote False Gaming on this. There are Pokemon that can do everything, but they can't do everything at once. Because you're eventually going to run into something that is known as 4-move slot syndrome, where it's like, you're going to want to have other things on here, but you're only allowed to have 4 moves, so you're going to have to make sacrifices.
Yeah, Espeon has 4-move syndrome.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm actually gonna cut some Espeon some slack here, because the thing is, Espeon's actually a really good evolution. The problem is,
I wasn't saying that. It's my favorite Pokemon of all time. Why would I say it's bad?
Well, I'm not saying that you are, but I'm just more so giving another perspective on it.
All right. But especially since I don't play competitive Pokemon, it's way too smart for me.
Yeah, because Espeon's actually really good. The problem is, a lot of its strategies become super overpowered to the point that they end up getting banned. So where it's like, you can still use Espeon, but a lot of its more competitive sets that you can build for it they're very gimmicky.
Though the fact it can be really powerful just makes it, which makes me love it even more. Okay, so we've got a lot of comments here that we skipped over. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Let me start. So back to the Zelda thing. Malik says, that's really unlucky. Doesn't the trajectory of that rocket barrel when knocked off of Diddy is random? I don't know, because I don't play Smash anymore.
To answer your question, Malik, yes, it is random.
Okay. Charizard in a nutshell. Awesome looking and casual play in competitive. The DBZ, Yamcha, and Krillin of Pokemon. And hi, sorry guys for not showing earlier. Mom took my brother and I to the mall, and as it got to Barnes & Noble, taking my time, Twitch informed me you were live. And right now we're taking the long, calming way back home, so we can look at some of the neighborhoods and animals there, like horses. And wow, horses. It's been a while since I've actually seen a horse up close. Like, one of my relatives owns a farm, and they had a horse at some point.
My workplace is actually on the way of Amish country, Amish part of the country, so I see horses all the time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I forgot. New York has an Amish community as well.
Yeah.
Actually, Strictly Dumpling made a video on an Amish buffet in a sort of, I believe it was in the New York area.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too surprising.
Yeah, it's just New York is such a vibrant country that, in hindsight, it would make sense for the Amish to be there.
Yeah. It's also one of those instances where you have to be specific on what part of New York you're in, because if you say you're from New York, people instantly assume you're from the city, which I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, I wish I lived in the city. But no, I mean, honestly, I don't think I can even imagine living in the city, because not only is it super expensive, it can also be pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a place I want to go to one day, but I can't imagine myself living there. If I'm gonna live anywhere in New York, it would be upstate.
Yeah.
On rare occasions, I see officers on horses near where I live. Oh. That is a thing, isn't it? And we used to have a pet horse a long time ago, and did horseback riding with him, because he was my mom's horse. Oh, cool. What does your mom do exactly? Is she a farmer or something? Hang on, let me double check. There we go. Okay, so we'll save that. And since we already modified the lantern layer, let's go ahead and
What? Too powerful to the point of being used? What is this? It's Smogon's hatred for Baton Pass.
which, Baton Pass is, well, from what I remember, Baton Pass was pretty much a bread and butter moveset for Espeon, wasn't it?
Yes. Espeon was one of the Pokemon that helped define Baton Pass sets, along with Smeargle.
Right. Actually, when I was watching Chugga's Let's Play on Pokemon Platinum, when he was transferring Pokemon Emerald Pokemon into his copy of Platinum, what, like, after he said Smeargle, after putting in Smeargle, I thought when he was gonna put in Oddish in the game, I thought he was going to say Oddish, Waddish. Instead, he said Oddish, your face is terrible. And Chugga, I have to say, how dare you get my hopes up?
Was Baton Pass banned because of how broken it was? Yes.
No, she works accountants. Horses are her hobbies and had to work hard to take care of him, but did well and he lived a full life with us. Aw. I bet he was an amazing horse. Was
So there's
Baton
no way
Pass...
to come...
Yeah,
No, there are ways to get around it, because there is a thing of ink for phasing. It's just Baton Pass strategies, once they get going, can be very hard to stop, especially if they end up getting rid of your phaser. Because another thing that's common for Baton Pass teams to deal with phasers is they have a taunt user.
let me zoom out of there. And chat, there is a perfectly good reason why I'm coloring this arm as opaque as it is, because it's going to fade out soon.
Okay.
It's mostly to imply movement, because she's simply lifting up the sword, so it'll get impaled in this ghoul's head, and then she can just wait for it to slop off, and then she can just flip to the side. So actually, to illustrate this a little better, so lifts up her arm, goes through the ghoul's mouth and skull, it lops off, and then honestly, he was, and acted like a dog a lot, and loves kids whenever they showed up. Ah. Horses are great.
I love horses.
As well you should. Which, by the way, Alexandra does have a horse. Her name is Shadow. And among other things, I definitely need to get better at drawing horses. Especially since Alex relies on her for travel, and, you know, she's been with Alex since she was 10 years old. Actually, no. Maybe if I do this? We'll see how that looks later. I imagine most of this is going to be copy-paste since Alex is standing still in these frames. So speaking of Pokemon, what was that one Pokemon or human character in Pokemon you unexplainably just dislike? Not like hate, but you just can't low-key stand. Ah, that's nice, Crystal. I pray your family's horse rest in peace. I outright hate Ladybug, but
But like, you have your reason for not liking it.
Yeah, but no, I don't really feel that way towards Pokemon, even the ones I feel indifferent to. Because every Pokemon, except Ladybug in my opinion, has something interesting about them. You can even look at Love Disc and say, hey, I like it. It's cute because it's not really great in battle, but the lore behind it is really adorable. Essentially, it brings people together. And its shiny form is gold, like a heart of gold. But I honestly can't tell you anything about Ladybug that I even remotely like. I love Ledian more than I love Ladybug, even though I full well know that Ledian is as bad of a Pokemon as its pre-evolution. Its only good stat is special defense, and what good does that do it? Nothing. But I love it because it looks like a superhero.
Why is it not part fighting?
Yeah, why is it not good?
Like, come on, get
like,
that.
Like seriously,
like, its signature move is Comet Punch. Let it get stab off it.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, they really should go back and not make alternate forms, but they should also keep doing what they were doing with like Pokemon like shit, what's that evolution of Surskit Masquerain.
Yeah, Masquerain.
Yeah, they buffed Masquerain's stats. Why can't they do the same for, you know, Pokemon like Ledian? You know, make it actually useful. Like, you don't have to change it drastically. Although, I guess in Ledian's case, you do need to change it drastically. Because a fighting type that relies on special defense, it could be very interesting. I think it could work. You know? Honestly, my mom... sorry. I turned British there. Honestly, my mom loves horses that she's good at drawing them. Oh, that's cool. Just seeing what I need to do here. Okay. What? Hang on. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum,
Jordan, want to hear some more interesting Neopets lore that'll make you go, what the fuck?
I mean, it never fails to make me say what the fuck anyway, so go ahead.
So there's a food item called a space slushy.
Space slushy. Alright.
Yeah. These delicacies are imported into Neopia by cunning grundos who always take their cut of the profits. Made from baby planets.
Pardon?
So yeah, this space slushy, yeah, you're actually drinking a baby planet.
We were Unicron all along. Maybe he's right. We are the parasites. Yeah, hold up. So basically, Jordan, similar to Glade because it's a fighting type with high special defense. Yeah, something like that. Only buggy. Also, Malik says, welcome back, Crystal Star Girls. Anyway, Malik says, have you seen Joe Merrick's webmaster of Cerebi post about his engagements to his girlfriend? He had the ring case in the shape of a love ball. Even Junichi Masuda congratulated them. No, I didn't know that. That's really cute. The horses look amazing to look at. I wish I could go horseback riding soon. You know, I can't remember the last time I went horseback riding. And even then, it was just like in really, really short bursts. Cause one time we did it in the Indiana Zoo, and then the other time was again when I was at one of my relatives' house, and they had the horse there. Or did I ride that horse? I don't think I did. It was there and it was present, so
That's all that mattered.
yeah. A horse existed.
Horse.
Although, since we're talking horses, since one of Alexandra's character inspirations was Geralt of Rivia from the Witcher series, the fact she has a horse too is also somewhat inspired by Roach, Geralt's horse. And specifically, for those who don't know, Roach is a name that he gives to all of his horses, and he typically goes for female horses, so mares, because according to him they're easier to control. So I think it's that they don't stress out as easily, or something like that. But anyway, he goes through a lot of horses, and he names all of them Roach. Although, it's a little weird because you would think that he's calling his horse a cockroach, but no, it's supposed to be, like, the roach fish. Like, think I was gonna say the Hylian loach, but then I realized, wait, that's roach. That's not remotely close to roach. But essentially, in the original language of the novels, Polish, it was supposed to be a term of endearment. So, in Polish, it's pretty much like Geralt's calling his horse Roachy. So, yeah, Shadow is somewhat based off of Roach, at least as far as the way that, she's a mare and she's, Alex's main, mode of transportation. The only time I went horseback riding was in a zoo, when I was in elementary school or high school, one of the two. And it was in a confined space. Alright. So, did you ride in a circle, I'm guessing? Yes, okay.
I can count the number of times I went horseback riding on the back of my hand.
Okay, how many times?
None.
Aw. I mean, hey, something to shoot for. Speaking of shooting, when I was a kid, I never had an affinity towards guns. Like, they're probably my least favorite weapon, even though, they are really devastating. It's just, that's the whole point. It's just, you shoot and then you're done with it, and it's, very easy to abuse. There's no, like, grace to it. So, I would bet I would turn a lot of heads if I ever said, hey, I never went shooting as a kid, and then, like, what, you never went shooting? How dare you live in the South and not be able to shoot? Welcome to Pizza Hut. But, no. It's just, if I were to shoot anything, it would be a bow.
See, Jordan, I just look at those people and I'm like, well, what about you? Since the only thing you're good at shooting off is your mouth.
But yeah, archery is very dependent on your back muscles. It's also a really good way to develop them too. But, I think if I were to learn to shoot anything, it would definitely be a bow or a crossbow. 'Cause not only do I feel in touch with history, it's also more, I wouldn't say authentic because that sounds pretentious, but Mom was really good with our horse, that she showed me how to ride him, and when my brother's class got a police horse to visit, and my brother was the only one not afraid of them, because Mom would show us how to take care of them and to be calm, since I think he wasn't that big, but I was still, I think about 6, maybe it's been a long time. Yeah, it's amazing, when, you can say that you had an animal in your life that was uncommon, because it's one of those rare experiences that you just have to share, and as someone who's listening to you recount those, it's really fascinating to me.
And then you get one person who comes up in the chat, hey, you want to hear about the time when I owned a tiger as a pet? Wait, fucking what?
Okay, how'd you get the license, and how loaded are you?
Like, you will not believe the trouble I went to trying to get this thing. I stole it.
It's like, try me.
It's like, I stole it.
No, it's more like, you're not gonna believe the shit I went through to get this, and I'll just sit there going like, try me.
I stole it.
How dare you?
The tiger had a family.
I doubt anyone here owned a tiger. I certainly didn't. Tabby cat, sure, but not a tiger. Actually, in some ways, cats can be a lot more dangerous than most lions, really. Like, oh my god, we're all this talk about horses, and then Lon Lon Ranch shows up. Bring it back, Nintendo, for real this time. Not a reference, not a series of ruins. Fuck you for that, by the way. Just bring it back. It was my favorite location.
No.
Then perish.
In fact, the next Legend of Zelda game, we're gonna put a statue of Charizard in it.
It's a Game Freak thing! Did they even give you the permissions? Wait, Malik. What do you mean by what was that? I'm scared. Please answer. I still need to learn how to draw horses like my mom because of how good she is, and she made watercolor paintings of horses in her house's hallway. Awesome!
Jordan, I like to imagine Alex's face here is like, bring back Lon Lon Ranch.
No, she would just stare and that's it. The thing about Alex is that her intimidation is often tactful. If she has to use violence, she will. But, even then, she can be pretty violent, depending on the situation. Like, say if she's being followed, then she'll use it to coerce the pursuer to answer, okay, answer me this, or I am going to fillet you. Something like that. But she won't actually, assert violence unless the person deserves it in some way. So, you know, kind of like how Autobots don't inflict violence, inflict harm unless all other options have been exhausted, that's kind of her MO too. But more often than not, she chooses violence. What were you saying that was a reference? Lon Lon Ranch! Bring it back, Nintendo! I miss Malin! You miss a melon? No, Malin! You know, the cute farm girl who, gives you a pocket cuckoo for, no, not a pocket cuckoo. A cuckoo to wake up her dad, who's a lazy asshole and looks like Mario. Ocarina of Time, come on, Nintendo, you know this.
Hey, Poisano!
I love and hate this company. Actually, if Alex were to ever visit Hyrule, she would probably love Lon Lon Ranch. She would even help out there.
And get milk.
Well, milk is just a side bonus. Side bonus? Wow, that's an oxymoron. And given what's playing right now, Ordon Village. The chick who has a crush on Link, Nintendo, eh? Oh, the girl in that Milk Ranch. Did you just call Lon Lon Ranch Milk Ranch? What the fuck? Do you want to see her in a spin-off in Romania? Yes, that's what I've been saying. Bring back Lon Lon Ranch. Give it back. Give us back Fiora!
No.
Anyway, now that I think about it, my cat also acted like a dog too in some ways, because she has been very patient and nice to everyone in the family than our other cats. You know, my cat Trooper is a bit dog-like. He doesn't, do tricks or anything, but he's a very, very sweet kitty, and, he doesn't really meow so much as he squeaks. And you could, like, do anything to him and he wouldn't mind. I'm sure fans want him back, Nintendo. Nintendo, how about an 8 grand Legend of Zelda themed watch? I mean, that's what the farm is famous for, the milk. I mean, yeah, but just calling it Milk Ranch is underselling it, dude. And, again, as someone who loves Lon Lon Ranch to death, how dare you? Like, you know those questions where, they always ask, hey, what's your favorite location in Zelda? You know, now that the subject's, brought back into light, Lon Lon Ranch. There's just something about the place that always stuck out to me. I think it's because I, grew up in farmlands growing up, so it's just, you know, it comes naturally to me. That, and I was also more of a, Malin fan than a Zelda fan, in terms of, like, shipping, one of the girls with Link.
Yeah, if it's not that, it's also Mifa.
Malin is pretty much like Triss, only without being a manipulative bitch. Triss is from Witcher, by the way. She's, that redhead sorceress, in the games. She was also friends with, Yennefer. She is in the books too, but even there, she's just like a horrible person. I mean, nicer than Yennefer without a doubt, but, she has some weird-ass priorities when it comes to their friendship.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Malik, I get what you're trying to go with there, but, kind of stretching.
Yeah, you're really stretching there, dude. Grow some nuts and come back to me.
Grow some nuts.
Get it because Deku nuts!
I don't know if that... I don't know if that's the zinger I would have went for.
Testicle joke! Yeah, it's pretty bad, wasn't it? Sorry.
You make a bad joke while I respond back with a bad joke.
But hey, at least I tried to put more effort into it.
Yeah.
It's like, Malik, were you even trying? For the record, I'm totally kidding with you guys. I'm not being serious. Just remember, this is a very sarcasm-heavy zone. Like, if I actually mean something, chances are you'll know it. But now I'm just thinking about how Deku would work in a sentence. It's like, since I've been in a Hell's Kitchen rabbit hole, how Deku you? How Deku you burn that salmon? And the chicken, it's fucking raw! Can we just have our two main courses together? Shit! Deku, wait, what did I do? If we can bring Pauline...
You're a nerd!
If we can bring Pauline into Mario games, why not Malin? Here's the thing! Malin was in a Zelda game. It was Ocarina of Time, which was... what? 30, 20 years ago? I want to say 20 years ago, right? Maybe less.
What did you do? You're a nerd!
Kachan, calm down, please!
I'm calm!
Calm down? I am completely calm!
I'm completely calm and rational, you damn nerd!
And then Deku backs away. I can see that. Anyway, how is everyone? I am fine.
Yeah. Speaking of My Hero, I did check to see if we got a new dubbed episode out, but apparently we don't.
Nah, alright.
Yeah, because I guess because I know a couple of weeks ago, they delayed one of these subbed episodes for a bit, so I guess they're doing the same thing for the English stuff for this episode.
Possibly.
Hey, Endeavor, you're a jerk.
Which, honestly, guys, I was in full agreement with Bakugo there. It was the first time I actually agreed with him on something. I was sitting there going like, Bakugo, you're right. He is a jerk. But then he said the rest of his explanation and it's like, completely fell apart. One step forward, two steps back.
Shoto, I thought I told you to pick your allies wisely.
I got some cool manga books I'm missing. Awesome. What'd you get? Also, my arm is really itchy. What bit it? A flea? I hope we're not getting fleas in the house again. That would suck.
Please, who let that evil in your house?
The fleas.
The flea cannot feel the flea's face. Oh wait, it's on the flea.
Oh, Mucha Lucha flea.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Along with the greatest masked wrestler of all time, Snoopy.
Huh?
Snoopy.
Snoopy?
Snoopy.
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 Snowpea. Okay, I don't know what Snowpea is.
Snoopy was a character in Mucha Lucha.
I don't remember who Snowpea is, actually. Yeah, I actually don't. Oops. I was sadly missing some My Hero books due to some volumes not being available, and Dad got some new ones at his job. Wow.
This baby.
Oh, yeah, Snowpea! Now I remember. I guess I just needed to see them.
Snoopy.
Actually, you know what? I think as a kid, I think I even confused his name as Snoopy.
Yeah.
Because I was so bad at hearing. I mean, I still kind of am, but not nearly as bad as I used to be. Because, yeah, growing up, I had a lot of ear problems. In fact, I think I spent most of my life in a hospital because of it.
Oh.
Most of my early life, anyway. I was of really poor health.
Oh, no.
Reason being, I was given 2 extra MMR shots. There was one, and there was another Jordan, and they confused the other Jordan with me, so I got 2 doses.
Jesus Christ.
Like, you have to fuck up super hard in order to get that wrong.
I hope that doctor got fired.
I don't know. Maybe they did, but I mean, I turned out. Depends on your definition of fine, but I'm way better than I used to be.
By the way, speaking of My Hero Academia, Kendo confirmed non-binary.
Oh yeah. Kendo, the big hand girl, is non-binary now.
Yeah.
They are confirmed to be non-binary, and they prefer she/they pronouns.
Yeah. Actually, if I want to pull an excerpt as to like what she said, because this comes from the light novel.
Okay. Before you do that, I have some things to read. I got the Penguin Drum due to the director working on the anime, and see the difference in those two. I got the book on crystals. Cool. And Malik, what'd you say? She's in a different timeline, locked Ocarina Times, so it wouldn't work the same as a person who's in the same timeline as the Red Plumber. Bullshit. The Rito developed backwards in Breath of the Wild when they were in the Wind Waker timeline. So that just breaks your argument in half. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Like, not disagreeing with the notion, but if you get a detail wrong, I can and will nerd out on you, and I did.
Yeah, if I can read the excerpt from Kendo.
Go.
Okay. Society's label of what a woman should be is too much. I just want to be me. I'm sure men also feel the same way, though. Those who also don't consider themselves a woman or a man feel the same way, too. Who the heck even decided to half-assedly categorize the two genders in the first place? It's because you're a woman. It's because you're a man. These labels are so annoying.
Holy shit, she said that? Where?
Yeah. This is from the light novel.
This should be in the main story. Fuck you.
Yeah. To Kendo, the very word often felt like a burden. She preferred to be defined on her own terms. Plenty of men felt the same way, no doubt, while some people out there felt like they didn't fit snugly into either discrete category. It was like somebody, at some point, had decided to stuff everyone in these cramped, preconceived pigeonholes where women had to be one way and men the other. The whole notion was obnoxious in Kendo's opinion.
And Kendo is right. Gender is a societal norm and it should be destroyed. That's my big think.
Yeah. I like Kendo. She's really cool.
Yeah.
She is best girl from Class 1B.
Yeah. And currently the only one who doesn't take Monoma shit.
She's the reason Class 1B hasn't become psychopaths.
Honestly, I know I keep joking about it, but wouldn't it be so funny if Monoma actually did end up becoming a villain because of his stupid grudge against Class 1A? Like, he doesn't graduate at the top of his class, and then because of it, he blames Class 1A for it, and then decides to turn to villainy.
Yeah.
Because of stupid miscommunication.
Yeah.
In fact, that's the only reason he hates Class 1A, because Bakugo just gave everyone the wrong impression, and you know, he never let that go for some reason.
That wasn't exactly the reason why.
Okay, fuck, yeah, I mean, honestly, it has been a while since I've seen all that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not like I forgot, it's just, it's not immediately apparent to me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, Bakugo certainly is an impression that they got from him at first, but more so it's just Monoma tends to take the ideas of, like, Class 1A, Class 1B at a bit of a literal value where it's like, oh, Class 1A is just supposed to be better than us because
oh my gosh, that's even worse!
Yeah,
that's
they're
the reason
1A.
He hates them?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's totally gonna be villain material. Fuck him.
Well, you know, it's funny, though, because, like, you mentioned that, but, like, yeah, he actually talks to Shinzo about how people kind of perceived him similarly to how people perceived Shinzo, where it's like, oh, wow, you have such a cool power. It would be quite something if you became a supervillain. But it's like, I don't want to be a villain, though.
I don't know. The way he told him that story, it sounded more like it was just common courtesy. Like, he didn't actually, see a connection in him. He was just, you know, making conversation to sound polite. At least that's how I got the impression.
Yeah. I could have also just seen as, like, you know, oh, I'm gonna butter the guy up to maybe get somebody else on my side, because Monoma is that petty.
Again, he's gonna be a supervillain. It's weird that I'm rooting for that. I think it's also because I want to see a Spectacular Spider-Man parallel. Oh, okay. So, the book on crystals look cool that shows gems and some facts about it, and it has my birthstone, which is a sapphire. Oh, cool! Then I do, Jordan. Maybe there was a link to the past that Nintendo didn't connect to make her show up more often. It's called forgetting your characters. Anyway.
Well, also, never forget the time when, asked in an interview the order of the Zelda games at one time, Miyamoto said Link to the Past is the last game in the series.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, the Nintendo timeline is a fucking mess.
Thank you, AVGN, for giving us that knowledge.
It's like, I'm not against the idea of a timeline, but, then it just comes down to, okay, where are the future games gonna fall into this? Because, Breath of the Wild, again, had the Rito develop backwards, even though they're supposed to be related to the Zora. So what does that mean for, those particular Rito? Did they just spring up as, their own species after a while? Because I'm pretty sure that's not how evolution works. Also, their whole biology is a little wonky. I get you live in a world of magic, but even then, if a race was originally connected to one other, shouldn't it make more sense for that to be the standard and for the other one to eventually peter out in existence? Or in the case of humans and chimpanzees, we're similar species, but we're a lot more developed than chimpanzees are. You know, it's kind of like that, if you're really, really thinking about it, which I know you're not supposed to. But sometimes it's fun to poke fun at things like that, because sometimes being an asshole is fun. Sometimes. Don't do it all the time, otherwise people will just hate your guts.
Yeah.
Monoma.
I hear you're talking about me again. Is it more Class 1A propaganda?
I don't know. Is what you're spouting gonna be Class 1B propaganda?
There is no propaganda towards Class 1B because we are the better class. I even have the statistics.
Soundwave superior, Monoma inferior.
You can continue being in denial all you want, but the numbers speak facts.
And then he doesn't realize that it immediately updated to Class 1A, getting the better reputation.
Like, Monoma, those aren't real statistics. Those are just crayon drawings. They're very realistic and accurate crayon drawings.
I think it's also another element of, like, Japanese storytelling that personally bothers me, where I kind of don't like how they handle running gags. It's just the same unchanging joke over and over and over again, and it's fine if you still find it funny. It's just, I'm like, okay, don't you know any other tunes?
Yeah. I feel like, at least in My Hero's case, they space out the running gags.
Yeah, but it's still there, so sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I can't wait for the new Hell of a Boss to come out.
Me neither. Speaking of that one character, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they say the Oracle games was in between A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening until they just put it in after Link's Awakening in the timeline? I don't remember. I'll have to pull out the Hyrule Historia again, but yeah. Speaking of that one character, I remember seeing a Medi, not the bad guy, on the dude who's the guy who could mind control people low key. His power could kind of work great as integration or as a negotiator.
Shinzo.
Yeah, we were just talking about Shinzo.
Yeah. I believe Shinzo does state too that his power unfortunately doesn't work over the phone or whatnot. But because like me and Heaton were thinking about that, and we're like, if his brainwashing quirk did work like over the phone, hostage situations would just never happen.
Yeah, but then it's like, if only it were that easy.
Yeah, but like, which sadly, yeah, Shinzo's like, yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, which is a good way to balance his power, because if that were the case, then yeah, he would be absurdly broken.
Yeah, but like, speaking of that, I also think another interesting notion My Hero does bring up is the idea of like future quirks eventually just getting more and more overpowered because other quirks, because like kids having their parents' quirks like mixed together, creating stronger and more powerful abilities.
Which the implications are terrifying because when that happens, will people be even able to breathe or walk without blowing up?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So is a happy future in the world of My Hero Academia just a foregone conclusion? What the fuck?
Yeah, because like, I mean, we should think about it like this. Be glad that Momo Yaoyorozu is not a villain or everyone is fucked.
Yeah. Another thing too about Momo is that she isn't very confident in her abilities. She second guesses herself a lot, which is something she's working towards. But if she were a lot more confident in her abilities and absolutely sure that components in her quirk will work, then yeah, she would be a very compelling. She would be a very formidable opponent. I mean, she already is, but you know, seeing as she's a kid and all, still learning the ropes, yeah.
Yeah. I think more so appropriately, she'd be like a straight up threat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's like, keep in mind, guys, if Yaoyorozu really wanted to, with her power, she could create a goddamn nuclear bomb.
Which, has spelled bad news in the past.
Yeah.
Girl literally is basically a living god mode.
Yeah. You know what? I like my Momo. She is good girl.
She is good girl.
And Kyoka, very underrated.
Yeah, Kyoka's really cool. And it was great to see her get a moment in the spotlight.
Yeah. And honestly, she had a very real situation that I'm certain a lot of people like could absolutely relate to. Just, it's like, I'm really interested in doing this one thing, but my parents taught me like all their passions and whatnot since I was a kid, and I feel like they wouldn't like it if I just threw that all away. And like, I can imagine so many people find that terrifying, because it's like,
absolutely.
Because yeah, the idea is like, I want to do this one thing, but would my parents disown me if I did that?
Yeah, definitely.
But luckily, her parents are cool, and they're like, no, be whatever you want.
Yeah. Supportive parents are the best, and they should probably be the only people who should be parents.
Yeah.
Because if you're not supportive of your child in following a dream of theirs, specifically something that will make them happy and will be good for them in the long run, don't throttle them by pulling that away from them, because then they're just going to resent you. I say this because I'm in a very similar situation to that, where I have no secrets about how I feel about my family at this point. We do not get along. Our worldviews are super different, and because of that, I just can't feasibly say that I love them because of all the shit they did to me. Or didn't do to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they keep the roof over my head because currently I'm still stuck living with them, but if I had the choice, I would just leave them and never keep in contact with them. Shit people, shit morals.
Yeah.
Not worth my time. So, like, their sheer lack of respect is so much, it's just, why would I ever willingly want to live with them, you know?
Yeah.
In my case, I have no choice. Not yet, anyway. This is from Ori, right?
Yes, Will of the Wisp specifically.
Yes. Yeah, I thought so. As long as your dreams don't hurt anyone, I think that's something you should and definitely will have. You just got to keep reaching for it. It may not happen immediately, but the world is yours. Take control. Huh?
Oh!
Oh! Dana, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Optibus Prime. Hello.
Yay! You has another subscribble.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And with Prime, I believe that's a free subscription. So yeah, kudos to you.
Yee.
Which, by the way, subscribe. Speaking of subscriptions, guys, seeing as I'm going to be on my days off starting tomorrow, I'm definitely going to make it a point to get familiar with learning how to make emotes, because you guys definitely deserve emotes, and you deserve to use them. I do have a couple planned. I do have at least 3 planned, but I definitely need to cover a wide spectrum of emotions, and I do have names for the different tiers, if you can see them. But yeah, it's not something I'm used to, so that's another element of self-discipline I need to get down with. You know, I need easy, tangible rewards for you guys.
Okay. Also, Jordan, I'm gonna send you a command that you can use when you're done with the stream.
Perfect, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna head out. See you later, everyone. Take care and have a good day, night, and next week. Yeah, see you later, Protag. Thanks for dropping by.
See ya. Speaking of next week, though, aw shit.
Shit?
Shit next week.
You're gonna shit next week? No. I'm sorry.
And next week is the 30th.
Oh, yeah, of course! Yes, your birthday. Yes. Oh my gosh, I feel like an asshole now.
I'll have 4 days off from work.
And that's always awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, why did I not clue in on that? I feel like a dick. I'm so sorry. I think it's because I'm just working on this that the thought didn't occur to me. But yes, your birthday is coming. Everyone, give him lots of Palatinas and Skylas. And if you're really able to, send him birthday wishes and gifts, possibly money. But you don't have to. But I would encourage you to. Listen to the farting trumpets. They speak truly.
Shit in his bed.
Don't shit in his bed. Shit in his toilet. Actually, you should probably ask first. Like, wait, what? Wait, why are you even in his house?
How did you find my house?
How did you get in? Did you find the spare key under his rug?
Like, who told you where I lived? Minetta, god damn it.
Minetta, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I can't believe it, I was doxxed by Minetta.
His birthday's the 30th, so it's coming really close.
Yeah.
Oh. Malik says, my father's past led him being pretty bad at parenting. My mom, while flawed, was pretty responsible and understanding, even if we disagree with things. Though I can do without her straightforward, super religious mindset she has. It's nothing bad. In fact, I implore her, since she was using to help her out with hobbies, but it can get a tad annoying of how she goes about it. Yeah. Getting dogmatic with your beliefs is pretty tiresome.
Yeah, sadly, not everyone's perfect.
Yeah. In fact, no one is. People are complex. People are a fucking mess. But
unless you're Saitama and he hates being perfect.
Well, that's another whole can of worms. And ultimately irrelevant to the main point.
Yeah.
Since so many people can be a whole slew of things, it's like you never really know a person until you allow yourself to know them. And even then, we all have our vices. We also have our amazing points. But everyone has the ability to be amazing at what they do. It's just life has to allow them in order to embrace those things. And especially for very specific cases where you're a completely different person in the past, but you're also equally different now. It's like, if people view you as a monster, what does it matter? The world is wrong. But if you see yourself as a monster,
yeah.
Open-mindedness goes a long way. Oh, Crystal Stargirls wished you a very happy early birthday.
Thank you. I'm gonna go back in age.
Wait, wait, you're aging backwards? No, that's not how it works. What are you doing?
I need more time in this world.
You hit the baby switch.
I am more time in this world.
One potato, two potato.
Goo goo.
I don't feel like aging, says Dana.
Oh, so I'm looking on the Pokebeach right now, and apparently we're getting an anniversary golden box.
A golden what?
An anniversary golden box.
Oh, a golden box. I don't know why, but Discord cut out the X in your name.
Yeah. So what's gonna come with it? So first off, it's a golden box that says 25th golden box anniversary.
Okay, straightforward.
And inside it is going to be a gold Pokeball card, a gold Pikachu card, 3 gold coins, and a gold deck, as well as a gold deck box.
Yeah, a lot of gold.
Yeah, everything gold.
I love gold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have it right here. A gold Pokeball, a gold Pokemon Pikachu V card, a 60 card deck that's completely hollow, a set of 64 premium gloss card sleeves, a foil stamped rubber playmat, metal dice and condition markers, a synthetic leather deck case, a synthetic leather deck playmat case, a synthetic leather dice case, a Pokemon coin, and 5 of the 25th anniversary promo packs.
No, don't let him turn into a zygote. Oh, so... Yeah, it would pretty much be like you're going back to the cellular level, and that's...
Okay, listen, I'm not going to go back that far. I'm just going to switch back to the point where it's like, okay, I'll be fine there. And then when I see myself getting older, I put the reverse switch back on. See,
it's like that one episode of Sonic Boom where he's just waking up in different ways, and eventually it's a real life footage, and he's like, oops, one too many.
Yeah, it's a, see, I've solved the, I have figured out immortality. I just reversed the switch back a little. And then set it back when I'm at the right age.
Honestly, speaking realistically about immortality, I don't believe in it. Not only is it a crime against nature, it's also not something I feel comfortable with. Immortality is a curse, basically. Because, yeah, you'll live forever, but you're going to outlive every single one of your loved ones. And then you'll have to keep reliving that situation over and over again. And there will be no one left in your life who will care about you as much as they did. Which is actually a topic some characters with immortality touch upon, but more often than not, it's a situation where it's be careful what you wish for.
It's like how Dracula had to relive his backstory.
Yeah.
It's like my wife was murdered, trying to become a vampire. I have another wife now. Oh no, she was murdered for witchcraft. Time to swear vengeance against God again.
We're talking about the Netflix we're talking about the Castlevania Dracula, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, let me get rid of that.
Hey, stop growling in the music.
Yeah, what's up with that? I actually don't know what that's all about. Yeah, Dana agrees. Like, dude, immortality would suck. Let us fucking die. Emily says, I don't think it's safe. Imagine if the worst criminals in the world having that shit. Oh, God, yeah. They're never gonna stop.
Jordan, it's that one episode of Hell of a Boss. Why won't you just let me die?
Dana says, I'm trying to touch on it with my writing. Well, one dude thinks it's great, and having everyone die around you is sort of a small downside, and other people think it sucks all around. Yeah, I'm definitely in the latter camp. Being immortal would suck. Because, again, the idea of immortality sounds nice. Not being able to die. Great, that means you have time to do everything. But that's kind of the existential crisis. Do you want to have time to do everything and have no one to share it with afterwards? Or would you rather take every day as it comes and do what you can before your time is up? Because the one constant we all share in our life is that very same timeline, and the deadline being death. It's like, yeah, you should definitely live your best life as much as you can, but the main thing is that, you know, like Big Boss says in Guns of the Patriots, it's that everyone dies. You can't really stop it. Okay, this
Hey,
got a little existential, so have a box of kittens.
Hey, Jordan, remember the time when Frogger was just given immortality?
Wait, he was given a what now?
Immortality?
Why? Where? When?
In the Great Quest.
What?
Yes. Yeah, that was just a straight up plot point.
I think I missed that part.
Nitro Rad made a video on it.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I think I did miss that then. I mean, I saw the video and I just missed that detail because I was so turned off by how gross Frogger looked and acted.
Yeah.
Same, but everyone would die out and, like, what about when humanity eventually dies out? That'll be even worse. You're one of the few humans in a probably wildly different world. Yeah. You know what would be interesting to see, though? In fiction in general? What if humans were a rarity instead of the more common race?
Mm.
Like, how would they adapt in a world that wasn't suited for them? Which, honestly, in the story I'm writing, yeah, humans are the most populous race, but, even then, I think, in a story would be more interesting, if you're gonna have humans, have them not be as popular. Also, I'm pretty sure I shuffled the soundtrack. I'm not sure why it's playing mostly everything in order. Is it because I did force skip and then it just went like, oops?
Sometime down the line, we're gonna eventually actually have a real zombie apocalypse, aren't we?
Yeah, but, then we have to consider what type of zombies are we gonna face off against. Is it gonna be like George Romero's zombies, 28 Days Later, Walking Dead, Dead Rising, Resident Evil?
You know, if we got High School of the Dead zombies, we'll be fine.
Humans are kind of enigmas of time. Time-space... humans are kind of enigmas of space-time, though, in the story. Not an actually rare species, so might be cheating. I mean, still a good way to spin them. I'm not sure if this counts, but I remember when Sailor goes into the future, they find out Chibiusa is 903 years old, but has the body of an 8-year-old. Yeah, that's weird.
It's like,
this sort of goes back to my whole Cartoon Ages is bullshit argument, where, you know how I was joking where some characters are very wizened and all that, but they're actually like 2 years old, or conversely, they're really, really young looking, but they're actually 1,000 million years old or something. I don't know.
Yes, I've seen Pro ZD.
Yeah, but it's, the point stands. Aging is weird.
I'm a little girly girl princess. I'm gonna guess you're like 0. I'm 1,000. Nope.
Nope! Doesn't she look super cool as an adult, though? I remember some really cool, looking punk-haired Sailor. I've never watched Sailor Moon, but I always just liked her for reasons. You know, sometimes, that's how you feel about a character. You like them because they look awesome.
If, Jordan, honestly, if we can talk about it a little bit too, because you know, you brought that up, because I was using the Mude bot in the trash hole, and the moment I rolled Nautica, I went to you immediately and I'm like, who is this and why do I love them?
Yeah, like, you just proved my point. Exactly.
Yeah, and then we started looking more into the character, and I'm like, Jordan, I think I love her.
Oh, are you referring to Nautica from Transformers?
Yes.
Yeah, like, seeing as I am pretty much a fan of Transformers now, like a full-fledged fan, I can definitely say that, especially nowadays, Transformers has a really good collection of female characters. It's just the shame that they're not as popular as RC, Alita 1, and now Windblade. And actually for the longest time, Transformers Prime only had like 2 major female Cybertronians, you know, RC and Arachnid. But Robots in Disguise fixed that with their whole slew of Decepticons and Strong Arm for the Autobots. But yeah, they're a lot more common in the comics, strangely enough. Though, to be fair, the reason why her body never grows was because her Sailor Guardian powers were not, working until Pluto died trying to stop the Silver Crystal of the past and future touching. Oh, waking. Okay. Okay.
I still find it wild that the creators of Sailor Moon and Yu Yu Hakusho are married. I'm like, yo, that's dope.
It really is. I was honestly really happy when I learned that.
Like, if you ever get yourself into anime, Yu Yu Hakusho is a series that you do have to watch sometime down the road. It is really good.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I remember about it is that, the, jock sort of character sounds a lot like Goldar from Power Rangers.
That Jack. Oh, you mean Kuwabara?
Kuwabara, yes.
Yeah, that's Chris Sabat.
Oh. He sounds like Goldar, like, oh, those cursed Power Rangers!
You're a bishy.
Yeah.
And
I was about to quote Chris Neosi, but then I remembered, wait, I'll be quoting Chris Neosi. Let's not do that.
But like, it's funny because like, oftentimes a lot of people like, one of their issues with Chris Sabat is like, oh, he has such an easy to recognize voice. Like, it's so easy to like know when he's voicing a character. But then you watch the dub for Yu Yu Hakusho and you're like, yo, I wonder who Kuwabara's voice actor. What?
Yeah, you just gotta give an actor some time to find a role that they get lost in, and I'm guessing that was that for Chris Sabat.
Yusuke also has like some of the best lines in the dub too.
Once she got her power, she started to look more like a little bit of a teenager in Star Arc. All right. Yeah, some of the color filling got a little messy.
Like, I know one of like my favorite lines from Yusuke is like, you know, perhaps we did both do a little bit of our own growing up. For instance, is it just me or did you get a nice ass? and
He's like, no, let me finish.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm safe to do that now. Hang on, let me do something here, because I'm pretty sure the playlist unshuffled itself. There we go.
Oh.
So let me try just to make sure. Okay, there we go. In Yu Yu Hakusho, Yu Yu Hakusho has a character that references Tuxedo Mask. Hunter x Hunter 2011 has a kid playing with a doll of Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask. And in Crystal, one of the game arcade machines has a Hunter x Hunter reference. Also, I'm sorry, did I just say Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah, it's it's
Fuck
Hunter
me,
x Hunter.
I know it's Hunter x Hunter. It's...
You know what I also...
It fucks me up.
Yeah. You know what I also remember from Yu Yu Hakusho? I remember Zangief being in it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, one of the episodes straight up had Zangief in it. You can also find Ryu and Ken.
Straight up Zangief? Like Street Fighter Zangief? The same Zangief who puts people between his thighs?
Yeah, like he was just off in the background making a cameo.
The fuck? What now?
Yeah, he was just in the background making a cameo. Like, you just look in the back like, hey, is that Zangief?
So this is totally going into the Calepia one-shot. I know it's from a sailing game, but it has that Irish feel to it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you want to hear...
Ireland is by the water, so...
Here, I find it. And yeah, okay, so yeah, not even just Zangief either. You can also find E Honda.
E Honda, I'm not sure. Because I don't know who E Honda is.
E Honda is a sumo wrestler.
I don't know. Yeah, Zangief, I think that's...
Dalsim.
Yeah, that's Dalsim, and that's for you.
Ryu and Guile.
Oh, Guile's here too? What?
Yeah, you can see his hair off, like, on the side.
I'm trying to find him now, actually.
Yeah, it's in the picture with
Oh, there
Ryu.
he is, there he is, I see him. There's a lot of Irish recipes with seaweeds in that cookbook I bought. Oh, really? That's interesting. That's actually really interesting. You know, it wasn't until I reached my adult years that I learned that you can actually cook with seaweed. But I didn't really give it much thought until recently. Okay, there we go. Not now. Sorry, Hands of Gold. There we go. I love the song, but it's played for a lot of the streams. Also, I think I saw a picture of Sailor Moon by Yoshihiro Togashi as a special thanks to his wife. Aww.
You know, after this, I think I can get an interesting playlist for you.
Alright.
Yeah, what I mean by that is more variety. Your playlist is fine.
I wasn't gonna say anything about that, but
Yeah, I mean, it's just up to you.
yeah, but depending on how this goes, we may call it soon-ish.
Okay.
But definitely for next time, yeah.
So, Jordan, how does it feel to be a Twitch affiliate?
You asked me, I think you asked me that question yesterday, and it still feels really surreal. Yeah, I never really thought about it, but it makes sense considering the coastal areas. No idea how I'd find the Irish seaweeds, but Japanese seaweeds are easy to get here, so maybe I can replace some. Yeah. Don't they use it as, onigiri wrapping? Or like, for, rice cakes and sushi? Don't they use seaweed in their recipes? a Japanese ingredient? Oh, wait, Brian, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
It's just, I know I'm not streaming myself, but I'm also working on a piece that I plan to hope have finished by the time I do my lore stream on the 30th.
That's very true. And I know I'll definitely be there.
Yeah.
Because, I think at this point we're almost inseparable.
Hug.
Plus, I found out that they had a hard life when they got together and when they got married. And there's also a lot of different sorts of seaweed. So in Japan, it's used a lot too. Yeah, that part I didn't know. That seaweed can come in different varieties. Speaking of seaweed, here's another Sunless Sea song. I'm bad at Sunless Sea, but I really like it. Oh. What'd I do?
Okay. What do you mean, what did I do? Dude, the blue shell went for you, didn't it? No, it went for you. Oh. What did you have? What did you do?
They both took care of each other, I think, when times were hard, like when Naoko was having problems with her pregnancy. I really love wakame seaweed. You get it in miso soup a lot, and it's great. Nori is the sort in sushi a lot, and konbu is often used for stocks. There's others, but those are what I've had. Yeah, you've definitely had a lot more variety in those things than I did.
Well, by the way, Jordan, we're getting new card art for Marnie.
Oh, awesome!
And it's the scene where she tries to smile in a mirror. And the other cool thing is, this Marnie card has her signature on it.
Oh, like on the in-game trading cards?
Yeah, the league cards.
Cool. I never really bothered with those things when I played. It's like I sort of got them when they were offered to me, I guess.
Yeah. They only really offer more background on the characters that you kind of like. I mean, This is great to read here, but could show no tell.
Yeah. I mean, thinking about Game Freak's writing on a very critical level, I think Getis is already a great villain, but he would be even better if he didn't stumble on back in Castelia City in Black and White, where it's like, yeah, we get that he's evil, but that was just a stupid attempt at humor.
Yeah. Well, I also feel like when you
that's
really think about
that's more of a nitpick, if anything else, but.
Well, the other thing too is when you really think about it, Getis' plan is kind of dumb. Well, I mean, okay. I don't want to say dumb, but more so the process behind it was like, excuse me, Getis, but why?
No, you're right. It's dumb.
Yeah, because
he basically wants to be the only guy who has Pokemon, right?
Yeah, but it's like the way he goes about it. But actually, I was talking with Crafty about it, and the way that he brought it up actually made me laugh hard because of course, the way he tends to describe things is really funny, but it also makes sense in hindsight when you think about it. Because it's like, I'm going to force trainers to release all their Pokemon. So when I'm the only Pokemon trainer left, by default, I will be the greatest Pokemon master. Okay, so how are you going to go about this? Well, first off, I'm going to torture my son. Wait, what?
And then he lost to children and went nuts. Yeah, that's the only reason he went nuts in the second game. He lost to kids in a children's monster battle. Yeah, he's off his rocker in Black and White 2. You fight him, he gets restrained by his followers, and then he's gone. Although some people think that he also killed Hilbert and Hilda off screen, but I don't know. I don't think even Game Freak would go that far. I mean then again, this is the same series where Giovanni throws himself off a waterfall because he also lost 2 children.
Well, you know, the other thing too is they don't have to they don't have to show it. They can imply it.
Yeah, but I think that whole thing where, oh no, he killed them, the previous protagonist, is giving him a bit too much credit.
Can't even train his own Hydreigon without losing his eye.
Yeah, that's the whole reason he lost his eye. And it also knows frustration because it was forced to evolve early.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute. If Lance's Dragonites were evolved early, why didn't they learn frustration? I shouldn't be thinking about this too hard, should I?
Why am I thinking hard about things that Game Freak clearly didn't think hard about themselves?
I forgot about the Giovanni thing. Yeah, Giovanni just straight up killed himself in the event you fight him in.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Like, well, it's like, wait, don't you have a son you should see? No.
Is it? I'm not a father. I'm not even the mother.
I certainly hope you're not a mother.
I thought it as more warping people to his desires from. No, Malik. That's not the point Brian was making about Getsus.
Yeah, like it's like, okay, so you want to, so it's like, okay, so you want to like convince people to release their Pokemon, so by default, because you're the only one with Pokemon, you'd be the ultimate Pokemon master. Okay, fair enough, sound logic. What does torturing your baby son have to do with this, though?
Like, if we're gonna go by his logic, did you just do it just to be a dick? Then you shouldn't be a villain.
But, well, I wouldn't even so much say, did you do this?
I mean, Brian, you have to remember, I'm mostly oversimplifying things in an attempt to sound funny.
Yeah, it's like Getsus. Don't want kids? Don't fuck.
It's like, don't want kids? Then don't have fucking sex! It's really simple, Jesus.
Don't do the bang bang.
Sometimes you gotta torture your son. No!
Also, Jordan, this obelisk war is about to come to an end.
Alright, neat.
And then it'll happen again 2 weeks later.
So is it just like a bi-weekly thing?
Yeah. Where, sides of Neopia are just like, we're gonna fight over this rock.
You know, the Autobots and Decepticons have sound reasons for fighting.
Well, just... more specifically, there is something special about the obelisk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it said, if you get the obelisk's favor, it grants the, people on that side ultimate power.
Okay.
Yeah, which, in this case, if you end up on the winning side, you are granted the ability to gain boons.
How's about no? This Ocarina medley is so good.
Actually, Jordan, want to know the name of one of the boons you can acquire if you're on the winning side?
Sure.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who.
What, do you get Time Lord powers?
Nope. Pets taken to the healing spring are cured back to full health, including curing any disease.
That's a missed opportunity. It should have been related to time.
Yeah. Well, the way it's spelled is
I mean,
Doctor.
I can't give you what?
Well, the way that it's spelled out is Doctor Who, like with a question mark.
Isn't that how the Doctor Who show is also spelled out?
I don't think so.
I'm positive that's the case. Hang on. Let me double check that. Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind. Sorry. I also don't watch Doctor Who, so I wasn't 100% clear on it. I just know that Mellie's voice actress played a character in it. And apparently she's an outlier in history. Like,
Did you summon me, Jordan?
Ah! Hi, Mellie.
She gives you a hug.
I accept it.
There's also another boon you can get called Strength of Mind, where you gain an ability called Mind Blast, and the damage output is determined by your pet's intelligence stat.
But speaking of Melia, Mind Blast.
Yeah.
It's one of her signature moves in Xenoblade.
Yep. There's also another boon called Equip All the Things.
Equip all the things.
Yep. Allows you to equip one extra weapon to your pet, give you 9 total weapons.
Holy shit.
Yep. But there are 2 specifically that people like to be on the hunt for. Bank bribery.
Fucking bank bribery?
Yeah, allows you to bump your interest rate at the bank by 3%. So more money.
If only things were that simple in real life. Okay.
Yep, and then cartographication. Your pet will guide you through the right direction through the fairy caverns, leading you towards guaranteed treasure.
Huh.
Because there's a chance in the fairy caverns that you can acquire the fairy cavern stamp. And that thing goes for over 1 million Neo points.
Wow.
But of course, that's like very rare. And of course, one of the best names for a boon, Gra.
Gra?
Increases your pet's damage output by 10%.
So, like in that XP to level 3 video where they just go, ah! Raging, got it.
Yeah.
Damn it, you selected the wrong area. Yeah, this one I have to do manually, shit.
Thus you put the beholder within the bag of holding.
Look,
along with everybody else in the room.
it's like, the beholder is sent to the astral plane, along with everyone in the room. Hey, high risk, high reward. I would like to attack the rogue.
Alex looks very nice in this pose.
Thanks. Alexandra's fucking pissed and she killed that ghoul.
Yeah. And yet she still looks like a goddamn queen.
Torgoth, we already played you. Perish. Yeah, we'll skip this too. Music. Music, where are you? Where did music go?
I think music ran away.
What the fuck? Nothing playing in the server. Oh, it ended. Okay.
You know what? Here. I'll give us something.
I I watched a few episodes of Doctor Who, and the one I remember the most was the Christmas Carol episode. Oh, this!
I mean, there's some Celtic tunes in here, so appropriate.
Read them out. Don't fuck with me!
You don't want to fuck around and find out, do you?
Oh god. I saw an Optimus version of that. It's like, all I want is to be back in charge. Besides, who would you be without me, Prime? Fuck around and find out. And then Optimus pulls off his head, and then he farts.
Oh. Are we sure Michael Bay didn't make that?
He didn't, but it wouldn't be out of character.
Yeah. Michael Bay, why do you do things?
Michael Bay, why and how are you still a director?
Probably because he's cheap.
His calling is clearly in special effects, so why doesn't he just keep doing that? I can tell you right now, if he came to me with a movie deal, I would just turn around and say, goodbye!
No. Oh, also, there's a boon called Cheaper by the Dozen.
Ugh. I know it's not referencing that, but I just got a flashback to the movie Cheaper by the Dozen.
Basically, allows you to purchase stock selling for 10 Neo points. So yeah, you basically get advantages at the stock market.
I can't believe it. Neopets just dethroned the stock market.
Can't believe it. Neopets says economy just exists.
What the fuck is the stock market, by the way? I never found out.
Basically, the stock market is just that, you know, you buy a stock, and then over time the value for it increases or decreases, which can get you more money if you invested within that stock.
I only understood a quarter of what you just said.
Okay, well, let me put it like this. So you remember back when it was trending that, you know, people were investing in stocks for GameStop?
No.
Okay, well, when people invested stocks in GameStop, their stock suddenly rose. And because of that, the people who invested within that property got money out of it.
Okay, girls. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll just pretend I understand that.
Yeah, it is a complicated process.
Well, I'm just saying it because I'm really inept with mathematics. Doesn't matter what kind it is. If it's math related, if it has any numbers in it, I'll get confused. That's why I always get confused when you guys refer to SCP characters to me. I just see numbers and nothing else.
SCP-1.
It's like it doesn't annoy me. It's just I can't understand it. I physically can't understand it. Which honestly makes writing smart characters really difficult. Which is probably why I'm sticking to fantasy regions by now, because, you know, I can breathe with the limited technology space. I mean, I can... it's hard for me to judge things like miles and distance, but I can say how many things are in a basket, like 12 eggs. Okay, that makes sense. When you start to throw in more complicated shit, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, what? Which is super weird. I always say this, but it's a testament to how absurd I think it is. I ended up passing both of my mandatory math courses in college with flying colors. Like, one of them was even an A+. I don't know how the fuck I survived.
Yeah.
And I am terrible, and I'm not stressing this, I am terrible with math. It's not even just a word problem thing, too. Like, I am, just so inept at mathematics. In fact, someone, for example, give me a quick math problem to solve. I'll show you how terrible I am.
What is 2 plus 2?
Other big companies were sort of anti-investing in GameStop, so we're making money from it failing. So people investing it properly fucked them over. But yeah, that's why my space setting is fantasy, not science fiction. They have galleons and such and dragon dust, no warp drives or anything. Also, space with limited technology reminds me of Treasure Planet, and I love Treasure Planet. Such an underrated movie.
Yeah.
It may be far and away from the original Treasure Island story, but I don't care.
You got the makings of greatness in ya.
But you gotta take the helm and chart your own course. I've never watched Treasure Planet, and that's a crime. Watch Treasure Planet! What are you doing?
And you know what?
What are you doing, Dana?
And you know what? I'm going to say my obligatory saying when it comes to things like this. Fuck you, Doug Walker.
Fuck you, Doug Walker!
Yeah, he tried saying that the movie felt manipulative.
Manipulative? How? How?
Because, oh man, I wish I had these things in my life. I wish these things were real.
What's manipulative about it? That your imagination is so fucking small you can't suspend your suspension of disbelief just to watch and enjoy a fucking movie? I'm mostly exaggerating here.
Again, I'm glad we're now part of a day and age where we can all unanimously agree Doug Walker's fucking garbage.
He's a hack. And as someone who's an amateur writer himself, I can say that with full confidence. He's a fucking hack. But yeah, guys, I'm serious. Give me a math problem.
Yeah, okay, so, licorice are 5 cents. How many licorice can you buy with 10 cents?
50?
No.
Yeah, see?
You can buy 2.
What?
Licorice are 5 cents. If you have 10 cents, you get 2.
Oh, shit. You know what I was thinking of? Dimes.
Yeah.
I never like to stuff myself. You're really not missing much now, Dana, honestly.
You have to share your 8 candies with your sister. How many will each of you get?
If it's just between the two of us, I'd say 4?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, when it's stupid simple like that, I can get it.
No, see, the more appropriate response is, if you had to share your 8 candies with your sister, how many will each of you get? I get 8, she gets none.
No, that would just be you being a bad brother.
Okay. If you were forced to share 8, how many will each of you get? I'd get 8, and I'd also get a corpse.
Dana and I are the exact same. Like, fuck, don't put real words into that. It messes me up. Go, like, 2 parentheses 4 plus 5 equals not how many apples does Jimmy have. Those always mess me up. Oh my god. Nay's review, when he did movie reviews, said that it was good, and while it does have some problems, he still thought it was good. I keep forgetting that I'm in the background quadrant, not the foreground quadrant. I mean, I don't think there's any real difference between the two, but... Jesus, I really should incorporate this into the one shot. What am I thinking?
Yeah, this is the theme for Magnolia.
This is good shit. This is good tavern music, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, it would definitely fit a daytime setting for sure, in Eclepia, because as long as it's in the daytime, it's not perfect, but it's definitely more livable than nighttime.
Yeah.
And then it goes from this to, like, Blood Swamp from Doom Eternal. Which, by the way, if you guys end up in the swamp area, I'm definitely gonna play Blood Swamps.
No, see, it's like it goes from this, and then suddenly you get into like some desert area where suddenly you hear, "My brother, come join me. In battle we are stronger. When Tuldor will falter, sacrifice to the altar."
What are you referencing?
The track "My Brother" from Berserk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are the
I
lyrics.
get it because it's dark fantasy.
Yeah, 'cause those are the lyrics to the song.
But no, if we go to the Bone Dry Badlands, I'd probably just play the Atlantis of the Sands theme from Uncharted 3. You know, bum 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 bum. Which actually, I would definitely base the Bone Dry Badlands off of Ubar. You know, that legendary place had a lot of names. You know, the Atlantis of the Sands, Ubar, there was another one I'm forgetting, but yeah. Swamp's the swamp, I love swamp. If we go to the swamp, play Bubby Goop Swamp, it'll be perfect for dark fantasy, I swear. Bubby Goop Swamp. When asked about if you have 5 apples and 3 were taken, how many apples do you have? 2?
No, that's from Animaniacs, where she's like, if you have 5 apples and 3 were taken, how many apples what would you have? A broken hand.
What's the correlation?
That would be keeping 5, and if you try to take one, she'd break your hand.
Oh! Okay, that makes sense. That sounds like Dot.
Yep. Wacko, can you multiply? Boop, how's this? No, not that kind of multiply.
But yeah, when you guys were talking about math, I was thinking about that one clip from Animaniacs.
Yeah. Also from that same episode, I love, Yakko, count to 100. 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. No, all the numbers. Hey, it's only a 16-minute cartoon.
Yeah, don't worry, Dana. You're not the only one. I never watched a single episode of Animaniacs, or even if I did, I don't even remember them because it was so very few and far between.
Animaniacs is so good.
I know it is, but I never got to experience it as a kid. I mean, I wasn't barred for watching it. It's just I never caught it when it was on. But from what I do see, it's super ahead of its time.
Yes.
And many of the jokes hold up today.
Yeah. It's like, according to this, we've lost our way. This isn't a map. This is an invitation to the Republican Party. I know. That's why I say we're lost as a country.
But Animaniacs is not political. Yes, it is.
Yes, it fucking is.
And everyone who was saying that it wasn't were just fooling themselves.
And lo and behold, Mr. Enter's also now one of those people.
Hey, Mr. Enter. Mr. Enter the dungeon. Think about what you've done.
More like Mr. Enter the Gungeon.
Enter the Gungeon is a game.
Yes. I will also continue shitting on him for this absolutely bad take till the end of time. Never forget, he said that Rise of TMNT has bad animation.
It really doesn't. Like, the animation to, like, say what you will about the show's quality itself, but, its animation is definitely one of the biggest highlights. Amazing choreography, great, sense of action, and it's just impressive to watch.
And you want to know what's super crazy, Jordan?
What's that?
Have you seen the fight between, like, the Turtles, April, and Shredder?
I think I've seen a clip of it.
That sequence in particular, that was rushed.
That was rushed?
Yeah, because...
and they still made it look good?
Yeah, because Rise of TMNT was on the brink of getting booted off the air by Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Actually, I do remember that. That was, after they got the news, it was getting canceled, so they had to finish off everything. It also shoehorned Leonardo as being the leader. It's like, at the very end of the episode, it's like, and Blue, you're the leader now. What?
It's like, wait, what?
I mean, they did make their promise. It just had to take the end of the series for them to do that.
Yes.
Which, I can respect them for trying something different with making Raph the leader instead. But TMNT 2012 made an argument that pretty much displays why Raph in particular would be a bad leader. It's like, it's not that he's unfit for the role, it's just that he can't do it because of his temper. Like, he doesn't have the composure Leonardo would have in his situation. And say what you will about the 2007 movie, but it makes a great point, too, in that, you know, his passion and his strength and his loyalty are great qualities of leadership as well, but it's only when they're tempered by compassion and humility. Again, that movie was definitely Raph favoritism, but it does raise an excellent point about him as a character, you know, in any incarnation, I think. Raph's too passionate, so he would fall apart in a leadership role. Although, to my understanding, the Rise to TMNT version handles it pretty gracefully, but he's still very inexperienced.
They even do have times where they showcase Leo having a bit of leadership in him.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably stick to this, and it was probably the main petty reason why I didn't really watch it. The fact that Leonardo is basically Raphael 2 kind of threw me off. Yeah, a VPN's a good idea, Dana. But yeah, I'm not sure if it gets better or worse because, well, again, I didn't watch it. I think the only thing of Rise to TMNT was the first episode, and I enjoyed it. It's just Leonardo was the only thing that kept me from going further. Like, I hate what they did to Leo. Like, I get it, it was their way to differentiate him from other Leonardos, but again, he's just basically Raphael too. And I don't mean like Raph grr angry. I mean Raphael super sarcasm mode. Some people just can't handle change. That one.
Say, hey, it's how I cope.
Yeah. Ah, shit, what did I do? Oh, there we go.
Hello there, Buttercream.
What?
In your chat.
Oh, hi. Welcome. We are just, coloring this comic for my story, Phantom of the Forest. It's a side story with the main character going off against some ghouls, and we're currently coloring page 4 right now. Oh, I remember I got the next volume of Cardcaptor Sakura just today when I was book shopping. Cool.
Or as one dub referred to it as Cardcaptor
Discord cut you off, so it made it sound like you were saying Cardcaptor
I mean, yeah, Cardcaptor Sakura.
You're a sucker. Okay, hang on. Let me give my hands a break.
Alright.
Hear them crackles?
All them crackles.
Snap, crackle, snap. My hands are broken now.
You know what? Here, I'll give you something fun to laugh at while you take a small break. So, here, Jordan, you roll a nat 20 in your performance check.
I can't see this while the stream's running.
Uh-huh.
Because, Google likes to cry.
Google's stupid.
Hang on, let me see on my phone. How are they doing that? Okay, I can't see it on my laptop. I'm seeing this on my phone, but I will share it with you guys in the chat. Just so you're not totally left out. Here you go. Holy fuck. How long is this going? The fuck? That was beautiful. That's an Aarakocra? That's an Aarakocra? Okay, I think that's enough break. So, yeah, for Buttercream who just joined in, so I'm not too familiar if you're in Brian circles or whatever, but regardless, since you are new here, I am the Kooky Celtic. I am writing a dark fantasy novel, and on this here Twitch channel, I will show progress on art, whether it be little comics like this, or commission pieces, or sometimes we also live stream video games, so it's a bit of a mixture of everything here. So while I may not be a great communicator, I do like interacting with people about the things I like, and I do hope you'll enjoy your stay.
Yee.
Sorry, I got confused for a little, but I saw the video and checked my book list. Yeah. And I guess I'll just say this out as a general reminder as well. For anyone interested in commissioning me, my Twitter link is shown in the overlay, and you can also go to my Twitter. You're already on my Twitch. By clicking the links below the video. I think it's below the video anyway. Just saw it. See? I knew magic existed! Dad was wrong! This track I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, as for, the commissions again, it is a pinned tweet, on my, account name, so, that way you know. See what I mean when I'm not a great communicator? This is, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my beast. I'm doing my beast. I am the beast. No, I'm not. I'm Fumin. I almost said Fumin. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Fumin.
And I see that. Oh my God! Sailor V manga 1 and 2 is coming out before my birthday. Awesome. I also typically, stream from, Thursday to, Friday, and most recently, Saturday. We're gonna take off Sundays because, it's just generally not a good day for streaming, so, from my experience, I'm gonna drop Sundays for now. Maybe occasionally I will stream on Sundays, but it's definitely a we'll see situation. Do Sunday weird game streams like the cool kids. But if the cool kids are doing it, then I'll just be adding to the ongoing conversation.
You'll be a part of a group.
Oh no, groups. I have anxiety. I actually really do have anxiety. I'm not joking about that. Fuck, you're right. Wrong layer. To anyone who doesn't know Sailor Moon is the story of Sailor Venus, because before Sailor Moon, Sailor V was the original magical girl Naoko made till she changed to Sailor Moon. Oh. Okay, Sailor V. Alright.
Yeah, because Sailor Venus.
You know, in the back of my mind, I thought it was gonna be Sailor 5, like the Roman numeral, 5.
Yeah.
See what I mean when I say that my ability to do math is fucked up? Because it is. It's so fucked. It is fucked. Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm getting to the part where words just don't make sense. Wait, hang on. I think I need to crack my neck. Give me a sec. No, it just feels stiff. Yeah, you guys ever get that situation where you try to crack your whatever, like your back, your neck, or your fingers, and it just doesn't give?
Yeah.
And then you're just left with this weird bubbly feeling, because that's ultimately why your limbs quote unquote crack. It's not that you're actually cracking them, because then you wouldn't have those limbs to begin with. It's you're releasing nitrogen bubbles that are locked away inside your joints.
Yeah.
Because humans are composed of gas, don't you know? I mean, I don't, not that kind of gas. I was more talking about like space gas.
I'm gonna be 28 soon.
You're really reaching for that low-hanging fruit, aren't you?
I'm gonna be 28 soon.
And water, yes. We are.
Yummy.
No, I believe the correct term for that is
Man flesh.
Which, by the way, that orc raises a good point. Why can't we have some meat?
We're having meat tonight.
No, Brian. The line is
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
and then they they cannibalize their own man.
Yep.
That scared me as a kid. I mean, it still kind of freaks me out even today. But like, yeah, great way to showcase that your evil faction are gross people.
Who's that up the stairs? Is it J.K. Walkie? No, it's J.K. Rowling.
I like how you referenced J.K. Rowling when I was talking about one of Tolkien's works. Atoms. I mean, yeah, atoms is another thing that makes us up. Oh, wait, I never gave a stream time, did I? Usually I stream at 6:30, but sometimes, depending on what's going on, I sometimes push it an hour later. But yeah, you can see it in, the tabs, below this, video player. She originally was gonna have her own anime, but it got changed with Naoko, made Sailor Moon the main character, and Sailor V became one of the side characters, Sailor Venus. But Sailor Venus is important because she is the leader of the Inner Scouts and was ordered to protect Princess Serenity by saying she's the princess. Alright.
By the way, Jordan, how does it feel knowing tomorrow we're gonna finish Berserk?
Oh my god, we are. Yeah, we're only 5 episodes away.
Yeah.
Wait. What's today?
The
Sunday.
18th.
No, today's Sunday.
Yes, Sunday.
Don't we usually watch episodes on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Monday.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's reaching that hour for me, guys. Fuck me.
Cynthia says when and where.
Stop. El stope. Oh, by the way, another weird tangent of mine. So, why is it back then we referred, shops as shoppes? Like, hang on, let me fill this in and then I'll just write it out. Why did we write it as this? I don't get it. It's just one of those things that never made sense to me. Because, isn't S-H-O-P, a fine way to write that?
Because the way we speak wasn't complicated enough back then, apparently. Then they're like, you know what, let's not get too crazy.
I mean, it comes with the territory with our language being mostly stolen. Shop, I feel like I heard that it was actually pronounced shop still, but it was just another spelling. I might be... No, it is pronounced shop. It's just, it looks like shope. I was just, like, accentuating it because I didn't write it down first. But yeah, why did they, spell it like that back then? And sometimes they still spell it that way. Why do I get the feeling that this is the theme for, like, getting experience points? The one that's playing right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna look up the track. Oh no, I think this is the world map theme.
Yeah, I hear it now, actually, yeah. Okay. Oh, by the way, we're playing the, Fairy Tale, game soundtrack, because Brian thought it would be a good playlist, and it is. Because, we just got done with, my own specific, stream playlist.
Yeah, and it just started repeating stuff.
Yeah, and then it just sort of ended.
Yeah. It gave up.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see what we've got done so far.
You got lots of work done.
Alright, so... A good bulk of the comic, its characters are almost... They almost got their flats in.
Mm-hmm.
So... page 4 still needs to be finished. Same with, 5, 6, and 7. So... As for why the backgrounds are mostly blank and still sketchy, I'm going to, make them mostly painted, hand painted, because that's just my style of backgrounds. It's heavily inspired by Samurai Jack's backgrounds.
Yeah.
With the way that they're so beautifully painted. Like, I've always admired that, so.
Yeah.
I guess with that said, we can probably end the stream here. We got some good progress in. So, that said, we'll pick up again on Thursday when we'll continue our work with this, and then from Friday and then Friday and Saturday, we'll play more Skyward Sword HD, and possibly a little bit more Spyro 2. We'll see. So yeah, thank you for all coming to the stream, and Buttercream, thank you especially for checking us out.
Before you do, Jordan, if you can do that thing.
Right. Who's online right now?
There's someone who I watch, and they're currently playing through God of War.
Okay. Who?
I think she would appreciate a raid.
Oh, but hang on, guys. There is something I would like for you guys to do. Let's raid somebody.
Yeah, let's give aiding a shot. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching Jordan do streams.
Yeah, and I'll see you guys later. So take care.
Yep. Take care and stick around for the timer to go down, and we can raid Lonnie, who is they are a good person.
Okay. Everybody in?
Yeah, I think you got a good amount of raiders in,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think you can end things off.
Raid now.
You did it!
Yeah.